Hi, I'm Brooklyn, and welcome back to this week's episode of the Flight Report. On this week's episode, we had a couple of special interviews and a random In the Hall segment. Let's check it out. Now, let's check out this week's In the Hall.
Was it Friday or Saturday night that you guys were at Outback? No, not yet. I haven't used my question. I haven't used my word.
Oh, Friday.
Friday? And did y'all get a bloomin' onion?
The explosion in my mouth was crazy.
So, yes, you did.
Yes.
We were talking about the other day going out on the hikes. Have you ever gone on a trail hike like that?
A disagreement will convey if I've went on one or not.
What does it matter if you have a disagreement?
It just does. Are the hikes super slippery?
Only if you trip over a stump.
I found a gym while I was walking today.
How cool is that? Did you crush it? You know when you crush it and it breaks open, and did you see all those little things on the inside?
Yeah, but then the heat melted it.
When it melted it, did it make it like all bendy?
My day just drug on.
A long trail. Where was the central point of this trail? You could have stopped then.
It was at the cherry top.
With your chimpanzees on this trail?
I could carve them out.
The chimpanzees? Of the stump that was on the trail, and you could put gems for eyes.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Really?
So, Hannah, I was on a hike the other day, went down a trail, and while I was going down the trail, I ate trail mix. Do you like trail mix?
Not really.
Oh, okay.
Were you in the heat? Like, was it hot?
It was a little warm, yes. It was warm and it was kind of hot that day because it was during the day, not at night, when I went on the trail. On the hike.
Okay. In my science class, we were going over explosions the other day.
Explosions. Oh, well, there might have been an explosion on the trail during that day hike I was on. Because it was a cherry bomb that exploded.
Really?
Really.
That's really cool.
I know, right? Because I'm pretty cool. Ooh.
I think we're gonna have to get into a little disagreement here.
About what?
I don't think that was very cool.
A disagreement about the stamp that you tried to pass off as fake on your letter that you mailed with a cherry bomb in it that would explode while I was on the trail during the day? How could you?
I don't know if this is where it is.
Carve.
In my science class, we also had to carve our initials into fossils.
Why would you ruin a fossil by
Because
carving your initials into
we
it?
had to put who found
It would have
which
been
one.
better for you to have carved your initials into an onion. Fossils are important.
Why does that even matter?
I'll tell you why it matters. Because if you carve your initials into a fossil instead of an onion, there could be
You meant onion instead of fossil.
no.
What?
If you if you carve your initials into a fossil, something's going to crash because that's just not good. Two worlds colliding, it's a crash right there like that. Like Attaway. Go. What you got?
Can you do a back bend?
You know, a back bend. Look, I might have been able to do that like 30 years ago, but probably not right now because that would not be very good. You know, there's generally a central location where the trails are that I walk down when I'm on a hike, and
The
that's
day trail?
the day trail. Yes, it's very centrally located in the center.
Nice.
Okay.
Did you perhaps see any chimpanzee while you were on your trail?
Well, you know, in the center of the central trail, there's a little petting zoo, and it did have chimpanzees in it.
Did you pet them?
I might have.
You don't remember?
Well, I wouldn't remember because by the time I got to where the chimpanzees were, it had rained during the day on the trail, and it was very slippery, and I fell all the way down a hill.
Oh, are you okay?
I'm great.
Are you sure? Did you
Yeah.
have any broken bones?
No, not at all.
Okay. Well, I think that story was definitely a gem.
Of course it was,
There's that
because
one
I told
was.
it.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
For this week's senior shout out, we interviewed our senior, Kinsey Smallwood. Take it away, Brooklyn. We're back, and this time I'm interviewing Miss Kinsey for our senior shout out, or our senior spotlight, whatever it's called. Anyways, our first question for you is: have you enjoyed your senior year this far, and what's a good memory?
I have, and a good memory would probably just be like back whenever it was like me and Hannah and Caleb and Cameron on the other side of the lunch table and just like talking back and forth. I love that, and I just love that I can make friendships and like grow with other people and like they can become lifelong friends.
Yeah.
So just growing with them and becoming closer with them is probably just one of the best memories.
Yeah, now we don't even sit over there
I
anymore.
know, it's so sad.
Do you plan to attend college, and if so, where?
Yes. So this is kind of like something I've been going back and forth about. So I wanted to attend SAU, but things got in the way and realized that might not be the path for me. So now I just plan to attend TC and transfer wherever the Lord takes me.
Yeah, word. What are you most excited about for the future?
Just seeing where I end up, you know, all the things that you think about whenever you're younger, whenever like seeing where I end up, who you end up with, what God has in plan for my life and what's in store for me, and just seeing like what my future holds,
Yeah.
what I'm called to do.
Yeah, that's good. Are you sad about leaving anything behind?
Yeah, probably like, obviously I could still stay in touch with like all the friends and stuff I made here, but I mean, I won't really be able to see like the teachers that I like, and like some of the friends I like, they'll be going somewhere. Like
Yeah.
Hunter, he's going to SAU and stuff like that, and Hannah, she stays here. Kendall stayed here and stuff like that. So I mean, that'll be tough, but like I know I can still text them and stuff. Mostly just like
Yeah.
friendships and bonds that I've made
Yeah.
over the years.
And then our last thing, what kind of lesson has high school taught you?
Okay, is to just not care what anybody thinks and to be yourself, because at the end of the day, nobody else's opinion really matters, and they're just bored with themselves and their own lives. That's why they talk about other people. And so I just don't care what anybody thinks. I'm just trying to stay true to myself and try to be the person that God wants me to be.
Yeah,
And try to follow
that's
Him no
good.
matter what.
Well, I hope you've had a great senior year, and I hope the rest of your senior year is great. I'm ready to get out. I'm sure you are too.
Yes.
Anyways, thank you, and back to you.
Bye.
And saving the best for last, here I am again. Take it away, Kenzie.
All right, thank you. Today I'm back with Brooklyn, and this time we're going to be talking about powerlifting. So, how was your season?
It was good. I got to do, let's see, we had 2 mod meets, and then we had the FCA meet at Texas High, and then I went to regionals and then state. So, overall, I would say just coming back from my injury, like I had to just kind of see what I could do at first, but then once I like got back into the groove of things, I was ready to go.
All right, that's great. And can you tell us a little bit what happened at state?
So I went and I was doing squat, and then so you have to be a certain depth in powerlifting when you do squat. You have to be parallel. But I've been to state 3 times, so I know what they're expecting. So we always get below parallel. Well, my dad went and called me up, and I was very much below. But the judges are just sometimes a little ruthless, and they don't really care. Or they just, make decisions based on how they're feeling that day. I don't know.
Yeah.
So they redlighted me 3 times for all 3 lifts. It was very devastating, but I feel like there was a reason that I wasn't supposed to be there. So
For sure. Yeah, I mean, I bet it's annoying a little bit because like you did it and you did it right, but
Yeah.
then they're just like, no.
Yeah.
So what has powerlifting taught you throughout the years? Because you've been doing it for a minute, right?
yeah. The main thing I would say, it's taught me a lot, but the main thing I would say is just to never give up. Like my sophomore year, which I can tell y'all a little bit more about like later on, but my sophomore year, at the regional powerlifting meet, I felt a lot of pressure because I wanted to go back to state because I had been my freshman year and I'd medaled, and I just was not having a good meet, and I think like all 3 of my lifts I could have bombed out really easy, but I just didn't give up. I kept on pushing through. So you really can't. You can't stop trying.
Right.
Just because you don't get 2 lifts or whatever.
Right. That's amazing. And what's your best memory from powerlifting?
Probably my sophomore year at that regional meet, I had to go pull 355, which I'd struggled with 350 on deadlift. So I had to go pull that, and I literally had the whole gym crying when I pulled it because I was trying so hard to make it back to state, and that's what I had to do to get there. So
Right.
that was a really good memory, and it was just fun to see like all your hard work and how you're staying consistent and not giving up.
Right.
All that pays off.
Right.
in
And
the long run.
especially it's nice when it's like in front of you and like
Yeah.
you can see it happening. All right. Last question. What did you love most about powerlifting?
In the most like non-selfish way possible. I just love that it's an individual sport, and like it's just you. It's you competing against you. Like you're competing against other girls, but like you're also competing against your own strength. So I love all my team sports that I've played all throughout high school, junior high, and all that. But the fact that I've been able to challenge myself and not challenge a whole entire team, or like put pressure on other girls, it was all on me.
Right.
And I was the one that had to do it. My parents couldn't do it for me. My coaches couldn't do it for me. My teammates couldn't do it for me. If I won because of what I did. So
Right.
I
Yeah.
like that.
And I feel like that's probably one of the best ways to look at it and stuff like that. But thank you for letting me interview you, and back to you.
Now it's time to see what Gavin had to say about one act play. Take it away, Kylie.
Who am am I here with today?
Gavin.
Okay, Gavin, what made you want to be in one act play?
So I had some of the people, they were like telling me that I should do it and that they thought I would be good at it. And so I just decided that this year I would just give it a try.
Okay. And who was your inspiration throughout the whole play?
My inspiration was actually a very famous actor that I really like. His name's Tom Holland. Anyways.
Okay. Can you describe your character in the play for us?
Okay, yeah. So my character is like a dead Japanese soldier. The play is based in like World War II, like after, and my character is Captain Kuroda, and he is a dead Japanese soldier. And basically, the main character has a sword that is his, and he's supposed to he's attached to the sword, and he is supposed to get back to his family, so he can give it to his son.
Nice. And what was the outcome on y'all's year?
We actually had a very successful end, even though we did not advance because there was some really good schools there. We did actually really good at our last performance. I was very proud of us.
And what level was that?
Oh, gosh, I forgot what it's called. So we advanced the one time.
Is it like regionals?
Yeah, that I think.
Okay. Thank you, Gavin.
Thank you, Kylie.
That's it for this week's episode. Thank you for watching.